Hey everybody, it's War Boss Fitz. Welcome down to the painting table. I know that I had promised you a painting video when I was doing the zombie army. I did record it, I did go through all the questions that were sent to me. The video for the zombies are coming out for the battle report, so I was like, oh no, I better get to this pretty soon. So I went to go load it in the editor, and turns out I've recorded the whole thing in slow motion, which, speaking of, okay, I just had to make sure I wasn't doing it again. So what we're going to do is we are going to re-record some of the questions, but I'm not painting anything currently. I might get over to this here pretty soon, but right now I am working on the Custodian Brothers army that I'm working on. And what I did is I made the whole army using some Custodian 40k custodes kind of lookalikes. But then the more I thought about it, the more I said, it's boring. Why recreate a Games Workshop thing when I can make something that I like better? So what I did is I went through all of my files that I had on my computer, all of the stuff that I had downloaded previously, and what I found was I had a folder for the Atlan Forge Minoan Knights, which was great because a lot of these guys have shields and spears. And I mean, look at these shields. Why would I not use this? And I've done a whole lot of silver, as you can see. I've done gold armies in the past. I want to do copper or brass or, Spartan type colors. So what we're going to do is we are going to put these guys together while I answer some questions, again, that you guys had sent in, give you my thoughts on some things. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get cracking. So first we are going to put together here the Minoan leader. Oh no, I think I might have mixed all these parts together. Okay, and with these Minoan Myrmidons, I think they call them, they're like the Terminator equivalent, the heads didn't print. I don't know if it was bad supports or if they're in a bad spot on my printer. So the leader's head printed. Oh, is that even going to focus? There we go. Yeah, so the leader's head printed. And I do still have my bits box laying around. So it is about the same scale of a GW Marine head. So I'll use that for the Myrmidons. And also, I've switched over to the white resin for no other reason than that is what the cheap stuff was that week that I decided to purchase this batch. So, yes, we're going to need a rock. He's supposed to have a tactical rock, and I just didn't print it because, I don't know, I'll make my own tactical rocks. Do a little readjusting here. So our first question is, using patriarchs in grimdark future. Now, when you say that, I'm going to assume that you're talking about Primarchs from the 40k Space Marine chapters and bringing them into grimdark future. I think that is beyond the scope, would be a good way to put it. And what I mean is beyond the scope is that think of the, even in 40k, think of the Primarchs as kind of a weapon of mass destruction. There's one of them in the whole galaxy. One of the sons of the Emperor. Yeah, close enough. Yeah. There's one of the sons of the Emperor. Why would he show up? Why would he show up on your table leading 30 Space Marines? Oh, good Lord. The stuff I got. Just showing you some more of our wonderful engineering. Wow, I made a mess with this last time, apparently. Woohoo! So yeah, why is that Primarch on the board? Why is he in this war zone with these 30 guys instead of, running part of the galaxy or in a different war zone? Kind of have the same feeling about aircraft and super heavy rules. Why are they going to be on the board when they should be doing something like, you know, close air support from more than 12 inches off the board. You might hear the TV in the background. Everyone else is upstairs watching TV. So those sirens aren't from outside, they're from my living room. They found me. That's something else that I think our scale war games kind of miss, that other, well, historical games have figured out, is off-board artillery. Why bring the artillery all the way to the front lines? But, you know, it's a rant for another day. But yes, as far as Primarchs in grimdark future, I am opposed to it. Sorry, I'm just looking into the head hole, wondering why that's wavy. Is that supposed to be wavy? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, God, it's so thin. Even after I cured it, it's just kind of wiggly. Sorry, I'm probably all out of focus, but I'm staring really hard at it. There we go. Good enough for me. Now the question is, does his head fit? Yes. Does the beard? I mean, that's an alright angle, I guess. There we go. So, next question. Where's the face? Oh, there it is. Using Army Forge to bring cool models into existing armies. Okay. Well, yeah. That's kind of what Army Forge is for. Like if an army is missing something in your mind, if an army's missing something, just use the Army Forge to put it there. Look, he's got a very strong Greek nose. Kind of like what I've done in the past. I had a video a while ago where I had the undead on the board, vampiric undead, and I got a bunch of vampire foot knights from Highlands Miniatures, which one-page rules did not have vampires on foot as a unit option. So I put it into the Army Forge. I took the vampiric knights on horses and just took away the horses, took away the fast, took away the impact, kept them with their quality and toughness 3, kept them with their furious, and then kept the heavy hand weapons, and it worked out great. So yeah, I used super glue, so I gotta kind of hold it for a few seconds at least. Now, question is, this side. Yeah. Oh, okay, it's got a slant. All right, that'll tell me. So, front slant. Slant on the front. Okay, so that's gonna go there. So yeah, if there is a unit that you think should exist but doesn't exist, go ahead and put it in the Army Forge. I would have a great time playing against it. I don't have anything against those type of units. But just like anything else, check with your opponents. Maybe they do. Oh, is it not? Hold. There we go. I like using the super glue on the resin because it'll kind of grab and you won't have to hold it that long. Oop, don't get super glue on the already finished models, please. Yeah, there's like a black thing that is just... What are you? Eh. This video is going to be total scuff. But, damn it, you all have come to expect that from me. So does that go there? Wait, do I want this? It is slanted, so it'll be like that. Yeah, well, he is the commander, so I'll put that on there. Got it. Your commander got to have his special hat, right? All right, so there we go. Minus some ground effects. There is our, what will be custodian brother, destroyer champion, destroyer leader. I don't know, whichever way the hero destroyer is. This is my guy. Ta-da. Now the thing is, the rest of the Minoan Myrmidons did not have an option for a shield. So instead of just replicating that shield 2 more times, I decided to give the rest of the destroyers these big old beefy looking fists. And do they sit? Yep. They sit flat. All right, cool. So I'll go ahead and skip to the next one. Well, I'll skip one and go to the next thing that I have popped up here. Hobby add-ons that I am interested in. Now, I love little game aids sitting around the table, letting you know like what activated wound counters and stuff that's pinned or stunned has a marker on them. Those are good. I think anything after that gets kind of cluttered. That's one of the cases of, just kind of keep it simple. I don't need 500 things on the board. But I do have one of the guys in my gaming group did take all of the spells. Like, I think he used a button maker, but he took a piece of paper and typed out the spell real small and then stuck it in a button maker. So he kind of like laminated this thing about this big, about the size of a 25 millimeter base. So it's that with the name of the spell on it that he would just set next to something if it was a persistent ability. Now he did that for 40k. I don't know if he's done it yet for I don't know if he's done it yet for Grimdark Future. He'll be here later on in the week. I'll have to ask him. Which, that's another thing coming up. Is we are going to have... Sorry, you all get to hear my unedited voice cadence. Where I get to sound like an old man. But we are going to have something that I'm going to call the Bug Grudge Match. Because Nexus Gaming came out with a thing that said the alien hives were the greatest thing ever. So my friend Alan decided they can't be that crazy. And then played against another person of the gaming group who was running alien hives and got his butt thrashed. So then decided to print a bunch of alien hive stuff and made a 4,000 point alien hives army. And now we are trying to figure out what will beat it. So this week he is going to bring both his alien hives and his human defense force. I'm going to be playing the alien hives, and he is going to try to beat me with the human defense force. Now, I have no experience with the alien hives. I've looked over their rules and gone, oof, wow. And then also took some of the tamer alien hive stuff and added it into the arachnids army list that I have on the Army Forge. See, what the hell? Gluing myself to myself. So if you guys want to look at Starship Trooper stuff, check out the army list in the community section called Arachnids. I put that together using the Papsicle miniatures, Papsicle designs. Well, you'll know when you see it, the Papsicle models for his Starship Trooper stuff when he had the Arachnid Xenomorph hybrids, and then now he's just straight up put out the Arachnids from Starship Troopers, which I have another game coming up that I'm going to record. It was a request where the battle droids from Star Wars land on a planet and find out that there is arachnids from Starship Troopers there. I had someone request that a while ago. To me, it feels like he requested it a month ago. It might have been 2 weeks. I don't know. Time loses some meaning for me. One, because I'm an old man. And two, because I just do so much that to me a week feels like a month. And then a month feels like 3 days. This one. Raw. Okay, so these go that side. Well, before I do that, let's do heads. Heads. Arms and then heads. Just turn your head and cough. So I know it feels like it's been a long time, but I have the whole box of arachnids done. That'll be probably this weekend. I'm doing the zombies, and then the campaign game. Then the week after that is the learn. So 2 weeks, 2 Wednesdays from now, that's when that game's gonna happen. Heads, yes, heads. ADD kicking in. Okay, so do I want to mohawk, bald and screaming, or crew cut? Let's do mohawk and bald. Yeah. Let's see how they fit before I take off the nub. Got your nose. Okay, they just don't. Alright, so gotta take off the nub. As I hear that impact the wall. And stuff like this, cutting towards myself, I know I don't use the best hobby practices, but I got, calloused fingers already. So, don't blame me if you cut yourself. Don't do what I do, unless you know how to do. Oh, I was waiting to cut my thumb wide open after saying that. Alright, now do you fit? Grab you by the mohawk. Kind of. We gotta sink them back in a little bit. Yeah, something like that. That'll work enough. And I'll take a little bit more off the back. So let's see. I went over the game made stuff. Yeah, game mades are fun. I like using all kinds of game aids just as long as the table is not cluttered with them. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but I have a cat that is trying to use the stairs as a scratching post. So I'll wait for that to kind of stop. All right, head in the hole. Turn head. Oh, come on. Don't. Now you get stuck immediately. Turn head. Turn head more. Turn head. Turn head. Perfect. Rawr. Now this one, let's see here. We'll grab this guy by the face. Oh yeah, perfect. Perfect right there. I hope you all didn't expect a very exhilarating video. This is just me putting together random stuff. There you go. It kind of looks like Vin Diesel. Okay. So the next question, and probably the one we're going to end off on because I'm almost done here, is what do I think about the growing OPR content creator space on YouTube? I think it is phenomenal. I think it is nothing but good. You've seen that I did a podcast with Good Enough Gaming. It came out earlier in the week. Actually, I think it came out on Sunday. And then, there's like 3, 4, 5 of us. There's a lot of channels that have done OPR content, but there's just a handful that do it nearly exclusively. There might be some out there that I've never even heard of yet because we're all small. But you know what's fun about all being small? None of us have big heads. We all reach out to each other to figure out what's going on. Hey, what do you want to do a collaboration video? That's the downside to these thin bottles. They're cheap, but man, they just fall over everywhere. So I got some more collaboration stuff coming up. And it should be fun to see who I am working with. Some of the stuff coming up, you wouldn't think that our channels would be compatible, but man, we found a way. Oh yeah, it's like cutting off an armored panel. There we go. So there we go. For my custodian brothers, I have the destroyer champion and 2 destroyers. Jesus, that's like 700 points. Maybe more. So that's all set. I'm just waiting on the printer for everybody else. I think this army is going to have 3 squads of spear custodians with shields, and then I'm taking the sisters with the flamers. I forgot who made these. I'll put it down in the description. But I want to say Infinite Heroes. I can't remember off the top of my head. I printed these a while ago in anticipation for this army. Let's see, some other random things I can show you that I have on the table. This is going to be for the Duchies of Vinci and the zombie battle report coming this weekend. And this is the downside too about me painting stuff so fast, is that I don't remember what I used on the last Duchies. So this should be a lot shinier metal than it actually came out as. Actually, on the camera it doesn't come out too bad, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and detail all the panels with the metallic ink, because this stuff is no joke. You see that? You see how shiny that is? That's what you get with this. Other random things I can show you while I'm here, because might as well. This is another vampiric undead thing. This was going to be part of the zombie army to bring it up to a legal 2,000 points. I don't know, it just didn't fit with the rest of the army. So instead of this, we're going to take 20 more zombies with the surprise attack or the from the earth thing, so they come up out of the ground. It's going to not be a technically legal army at that point, because I will have started off with 4 units of zombies. But it's my channel. I can do what I want. Me. And then after that, I have an army coming along for the deep sea elves. And for that, this is my current kind of bits box in production. Still waiting on some of that to print, but here I'll show you some of the full models. Ta-da! Yes, I have made an army of Murlocs. Why? Because it makes me giggle. That, and I can have cool stuff like this caster here who has absolutely lost his mind. But more on that in the coming weeks. Whoever wins the zombies or the duchies, they'll be taking these guys on. I might stagger stuff, like do 1 week Age of Fantasy, 1 week Grimdark Future. I don't know, we'll see who I get finished with first. This army has like 100 models. This army has like 12. We'll see which gets done first. Other than that, always working all kinds of fun stuff around here. Make sure you guys stick around for OPR fun and craziness. That'll be all today from the painting table. I'm going to go ahead and take this video and upload it, and I will see you guys later on the game table. Remember, it's just a game. Don't take things too seriously. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.